Positive BTS news? But why did Twice's Nayeon get sued? Blackpink's Jisoo to become a movie star? RIIZE's Eunseok and SM's game of playing hard to get? Some cute stories and reacting to Tik Toks and so much more on today's Wednesday episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with Angelina. I'm trying something a little bit new. I want to do shows on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Usually I'll just do a news show whenever I gather up enough news, but I kind of want to have a set schedule, so we'll see how that works out. But then if the news is like super still, then what do? Do I just miss the show and do it another day? But then if you guys are expecting a show on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I also don't want to let you down, but let me know what you think about that while you subscribe, like, and comment this video and share it with friends you don't have. I messed it up, but we're not restarting it. Twice's Nayeon has been in the headlines for a lawsuit that she recently won. But unlike the Seoul Eastern District Court's 13th Civil Affairs Department, not everyone seems to have sided with her. So here is the story. It seems that pre-debut, Nayeon's mother was given around 500 million won, which translates to about 400,000 USD. Now, this wasn't given in one shot. This was done over a period of 12 years. So from 2004 to 2016. Now, there are rumors that this ex-boyfriend was almost like a husband to Nayeon's mother, which we'll get into later with all the commentary. But essentially, this money was used for things like rent, loans, tuition, and telecommunication expenses. However, this man that was nicknamed Mr. A tried suing Nayeon, basically saying that the money was not given to her, but rather it was a loan that needed to be paid back. According to Mr. A, I had loaned them money for living expenses because Nayeon's mother had asked for it. I was promised that when Nayeon, who was at the time a trainee, debuts, she would pay me back, but they didn't keep her promise. And so he decided to file a 600 million won lawsuit, which is about 50k more than what he apparently gave to them. Surely inflation and stuff, I don't know, I'm not an economist. However, although the court acknowledges that the amount of money given to Nayeon, as well as the period of time the amount was given over, they couldn't find any evidence to suggest that this was indeed a loan that needed to be paid back. So Mr. A did lose the case, but the information, of course, is available to the public and for everybody to judge. So naturally, JYP is threatening legal action against defamation, basically telling Newson there's nothing else to say regarding the case because the ruling has already been finalized and closed and has nothing to do with the artist's activities as an artist. However, we will take firm legal action against the matter of defaming the artist's reputation or insulting the artist through speculative writing going forward. So this coming out on a public scale has garnered very divisive opinions, and here's what some K netizens had to say about it. I don't know, if there was no promise that they would repay, but they made a verbal agreement to repay him, he even brought it to court. I feel bad for the guy, and it was foolish of him. That's why you can't just recklessly give money away. If they were in a de facto marriage, then he shouldn't be entitled to it. But if he was just a romantic relationship, shouldn't Nayeon and her mom repay him? It's 600 million Korean won over 12 years. That's almost 50 million Korean won, 37,639 USD per year. I don't think it's an issue with the law, but morals. Even if it's a de facto marriage-like relationship, isn't it normal to give back if you've received support for 12 years? The whole de facto marriage thing is speculative from the start, but if they received 600 million Korean won in assistance and still don't give back anything after becoming successful, from the man's perspective, it would naturally raise questions. The man didn't file a lawsuit for several years, even when Twice debuted and became very popular. So it seems like the recent lawsuit could have stemmed from the sense of resentment, thinking, does she even have a speck of gratitude? If he was so desperate for the money that he needed to collect the entire 600 million Korean won, it might have been difficult for him to even provide that much over 12 years. I think the fact that he didn't appeal shows that his purpose was to bring attention to this issue due to his resentment or disappointment rather than his dire need for money. Now, on the other side of things, there are some people bringing up the fact that we don't know the whole story. If they were in a de facto marriage, which I don't even know what that means. What the hell's a de facto marriage? Oh, is that like common law? Anyways, if he was like a father figure or something, is it then expected of him to pay these things? Some people are bringing up, do we know what the mother was doing? Was she doing all the cooking? Was she doing all the cleaning? We don't know the dynamics of the relationship, and that's what's preventing me from really giving my opinion on this, because I would absolutely need to know the whole dynamics of it. Of course, it's all speculation. A lot of people do think it's a moral issue versus a legal issue, because of course, legally, they don't need to pay that money back. The courts didn't find any evidence that suggested that it was actually financially alone. There's also a difference between paying for like luxury items or paying for living expenses, which if you're a minor, you aren't really expected to pay for unless you're like a child actor. I don't know. Again, I don't know the dynamics of it all. On that note, if we calculate how old Nayeon was in 2016, she was 20 years old, so she wasn't technically a minor. But in 2004, she definitely was not 20. Nayeon was born in 1995. If we do 2004 minus 1995, she would have been 9 years old. So just for context. So with all that said, I'd love to know your opinions about this. If you were in that situation, do you think you would pay the money back if you had the funds to do so? Do you think it's like about the morality of it all? Or do you think you don't owe people the debts you accumulate as a minor? If that makes sense. Parental debts. I don't know if that makes sense. Like if your parent is paying for your rent, your food, your electricity, your phone, is that just a given? Is that just what a parent is required to do, even though they aren't your legal guardian? Or is that something you should be expected to pay back? I'm really interested in hearing your thoughts. Eunseok from RIIZE was rejected by SM 4 times. Truly a story to be persistent with your dreams no matter what. Is what I thought this story was. I literally misread the title. Turns out it was the other way around. This guy wasn't being rejected by SM. He was rejecting SM. Can you imagine? I had written a whole spiel about dreams, about how our queen Boom from 21 was actually rejected for 3 years straight by YG Entertainment, but thanks to her perseverance, I did have to Google a synonym to persistent. But thanks to her perseverance and tenacity, she was able to make it into one of the best girl groups on the planet. But I misread the title, so what can I... Eunseok was actually highly sought after by SM. So let's take a look at this article. The idol who finally debuted after rejecting SM's casting offer 4 times. It was revealed that Eunseok was initially cast on the streets, but rejected the following recruitments each time, but thanks to the label's persistence, Eunseok caved in and debuted with RIIZE. Can you imagine like saying like you caved in to debut with a group when it's many people's dreams? That's so wild. But here's what some K netizens had to say. He's so good looking. Oh, I didn't know he did that. I understand why SM didn't give up. He has the SM face. He kind of looks like Nanu. I don't know who that is. He looks so much better in the videos than in the photos. I think he would be really good looking in person. I saw him on the streets before he debuted, but he really had the face of a celebrity. He was really eye-catching. I guess SM really wanted to cast him bad. I guess so. Good Lord. So in our little rumor corner, we have Lisa, who is apparently reported to sign with American label. So we obviously have no confirmation of this. This could literally not be true, but I thought it was an interesting conversation to have. Because of course, previously there was reports that Lisa was not going to renew her contract with YG Entertainment. And from the beginning, I've always been like, you know, of course BLACKPINK are going to re-sign with YG. Why wouldn't they? But there's been so many reports recently that it's starting to make me doubt myself. Media outlet reports BLACKPINK's Lisa is likely to sign with an American agency. The reported offer is massive. I have no doubt she has a bunch of offers from a bunch of different companies. No doubt about it. But would she really leave YG, like the company that molded and created her? Would she leave BLACKPINK? Though these days idols can leave their companies and still be part of their groups. According to an exclusive report from TV Report via Taiwan media outlet SETN, Lisa is likely to sign with an unnamed American record label instead of renewing her contract with YG Entertainment. We just said that. So the report stated that the record label offered a contract guarantee of over 50 billion Korean won, which is 37.7 USD, which is weird because they're saying that Lisa rejected YG's offer, which was around the same amount of money, wasn't it? But the offer seems to be more than that because she would have various promotional and business opportunities such as music video content, fashion performances, and the release of 6 albums. That is so like foreign to BLACKPINK. Like I don't think they would know what to do with that. But not only that, it seems she would be able to own the copyrights of her own songs and she could have the potential to open up her own studio. Now again, she might just be fishing around for different contracts. This could be totally not true. You know, at the end of the day, we're still waiting around to see whether or not BLACKPINK have renewed their contracts. Everyone is at the edge of their seats waiting. So let me know what you think. Let me know your predictions about this. So let's move on to a little segment I like to call Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently. So we have BTS, who are all renewing their contracts with Big Hit Music. HYBE shared the board of directors has completed their decision on renewing the exclusive contracts of all 7 members of Big Hit Music's artist BTS. As for Yeonjun, it seems he got his taste of the limelight and decided it wasn't for him. BLACKPINK's Jisoo is set to cameo in the movie Dr. Chan and Lost Talisman. Both her and Park Jongmin will captivate the audience with their exceptional on-screen chemistry. Park Jongmin will be portraying a renowned shaman possessed by Seungmin, Celestial Maiden, while Jisoo, making her film debut with this cameo, will showcase her versatile acting as the Celestial Maiden. LE SSERAFIM's Unforgiven has reached 100 million views. ONEUS is going on tour, even made their debut with Trouble. P1 Harmony released their self-filmed music video for More Than Words. Tempest released their music video for Vroom Vroom. And Yeonjun released her music video for Dalala. I-dle has released their checklist for their upcoming EP, Heat. So we have to take a look naturally. So we have the title track, I Want That, then the songs I Do, Eyes Roll, Flip It, and Talk Trees. So a lot of people have been noticing that Sooyoung is not credited on any of these songs, though we do have Meghan Trainor? No offense. It's nothing against Meghan Trainor specifically. I'm just not particularly a fan of the sound. We'll see though. We'll see. Because a lot of people were saying that Hwasa's I Love My Body sounded like a Meghan Trainor song, and it was tolerable. Tolerable and addictive. It is important to note that this is an all-English album. I don't think that Sooyoung is literally an amazing English lyricist. Queen Card, I'm Hot, My Boob and Booty's Hot is forever iconic. And the girlies loved it, so I don't see the issue here. Lastly, I wanted to talk about a really sweet story that I came across while I was scrolling on TikTok. SAR. This is the first TikTok that I saw about the situation. So this artist debuted almost 2 years ago and only has 3 monthly listeners on Spotify. Her newest song, Lovable, is amazing, but it's not even at the top of her most popular songs. Let's support. So I remember just scrolling and seeing that TikTok. I didn't really think anything of it. But then we get to see the update to the situation. So they stitched themselves saying, now she has 14K OMG. Love when we come together and support. So I guess this solo artist Taein got so much love that she even made a TikTok thanking nugu promoter. So for copyright reasons, I'm getting a lot of love thanks to your video. The past few days have been very unreal. I'm really thankful. I'm also thankful to everyone that found me through nugu promoter. Thank you for following me and listening to my music. I'll work hard on my future activities, fighting. So I just thought it was so sweet because every time I come across her profile or something, her follower count has gone up. And actually, if we go to her Spotify, the last update we had was that she was at 15,000 monthly listeners, and now she's at over 20,000 monthly listeners. And I thought it was just like a very sweet story because sometimes becoming an idol and living out your dreams can be so hard. So it was just like a really nice feel-good story that I wanted to share with you guys as well. So I reckon we can go to the TikTok reaction side of things. And if you actually hate it, but a lot of you said like to keep the TikTok things, like I curate these TikToks for you. Actually, some of them I'll watch like a couple seconds. I'm like, no, this seems like it's gonna be juicy, so I save the rest. So let's see. 3, 2, 1. Queen cut. Me on my period asking my friend to check me. Who is this? Is that Yeonjun from TX? I don't even know. What happened to the sound? Now that the hiatus officially started, when is BLACKPINK's album gonna come out? I thought this was so funny. I wonder whose album this person actually wanted. Was it BLACKPINK? Yeah, I know you got a fetish. This JY Park meme is gonna haunt everybody. I swear to God. Me outside JYP serenading Bangchan. There's 3 more. Prepare yourselves. Kim Jong-un, after preparing to send an army of to South Korea because he hears rumors of Red Velvet disbanding. The amount of Kim Jong-un memes about Red Velvet potentially disbanding, even though they're confirmed to have a comeback, is so funny to me because I think Red Velvet performed in North Korea once, and like, chakamanYo. And yep. Me walking into TXT's dorm forgetting they're actual men.
What do you think?
It's so preppy in here.
Is it just as preppy as you imagined?
Yes.
Yes. Is it just as preppy as you imagined? Yes.
I know you got a fat ass. You know I love a fat ass.
Me outside the KQ building, trying to get Mingi's attention.
I know you got a fat ass. You know I love a fat ass.
It's just like so deep in that auto tune. Okay, I thought this was so like the dedication, getting Felix tattooed on your wrist. That must have really hurt too as well. Damn. I technically have a BLACKPINK tattoo that turned into an NCT tattoo. If you want, I'll talk about it another time. Okay, what the hell? What the hell is going on with plave? I don't get it. And then even a dance challenge?
I know, but
I actually sent this to my friend Vanessa who loves pomegranates. And she said it's Jongho but with pomegranates.
You suck your teeth into me. I'm a sucker face. Bleeding me dry like a goddamn vampire.
Such a beautiful voice. I haven't seen this one. What? JYP's face at the end. What was that?
I sleep with it. Cute Seungmin. Oh my god. I wanna be a baby.
I love it. I haven't seen that one.
Girl, guess what they got, girl? Guess what? Lefesaviers.
Wakey. Come on. It's time to wake up.
What the fuck did I just watch? They told Felix they were nervous and he just... I can tell because you're sweating. I don't know why there's so much Stray Kids on my TikTok. Sooyoung from Girls' Generation when someone yells Jessica Jong.
You were drunk, if you say G-Eazy one more fucking time, I'll kick you outside this building. Fucking test me. You wanna get on the ground? Who is it? If you? Who said G-Eazy? Who's fucking yelling it? 'Cause I'll kick your ass out of the fucking club. You should disrespect me like that on my own show.
So one's with me when I reviewed Forever One though. This is so funny. Wait.
Now I ain't got time for that. Try to act the part and rewind it back over and over. Show's over. Let's make believe. Make love or make believe. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Period. Is that it? Oh. Oh my god, this guy just like auditions for everyone. How does he get so close? Angry Loona fan throwing eggs at BBC building because they kicked out two is the most real thing ever. This is just so funny to me because it's so like calm. It's so calm. It's just one guy and he's being filmed.
우리는 그곳에서 최애 퇴출에 불만을 가진 팬들을 만날 수 있었는데요. 소속사를 향해 달걀을 던지는 팬. 이번 사건으로 인해 상당히 분노한
He looked very angry at the situation. What?
She was a fairy.
What the fuck? Miu intends says he'll only date someone who doesn't know Stray Kids.
Do I know Stray Kids?
Do I know Stray Kids? Uki listening to her Queen Card part in the slow and reverbed version. Which on that note, this guy literally stole my thing. I'm twerking on the runway. But like make it opera. No, but really iconic. That was my first thought though. That was actually my first thought though. Ending off with our song of the day, which is Lottie Dottie by Crossjade. So this is actually a very tragic story, just the breaking of my heart. Wrong song. I had to reference it anyways. Only the Japanese version is available on Spotify for me, and it's really heartbreaking because the song is so good. I can't explain what's in this song, but I once had like a 45-minute bus ride where I listened to it on repeat. I didn't skip it. Like, it was the only song I listened to for 45 minutes straight. It is pure addiction to me. Honestly, Spotify is lucky. No, Spotify is not lucky. Put the Korean version on Spotify and I'll be the #1 listener. This song is just so fun. It makes you want to dance. There's some weird ass second gen choreography in here. Such a beautiful song, and I highly recommend it to you guys. So that is basically all I have for you today, and I'll see you guys next time. But first, these are the lovely individuals who help support this channel on a monthly basis. Thank you so much, and huge shout out to my newest patron, Serenity. Thank you so much for joining. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh. Na 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 good eh. But unlike the Seoul Eastern District Court's 13th Civil Affairs Department. But unlike the Seoul Eastern District Civil 13th Department. Oh my god.